7 days left. Well, technically still 8 days left, but by the time this video will go up, it will definitely be 7 days left. Anyways, what is up, SmackNPie here, and welcome back to another Last of Us 2 video. Now today, we have two news related to The Last of Us Part 2. Now as you know, today it is PlayStation 5 reveal event, and I'm recording just before that, so I don't know what happened over there. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna be busy watching that and getting excited and all of that good stuff. Why not record a Last of Us 2 videos? Anyways, the first news for The Last of Us Part 2 is The Last of Us 2 developer Neil Druckmann, and this has been reported by Games Radar, and it only makes sense for me to cover this news because I've covered the other side of the one as well. The Last of Us 2 dev Neil Druckmann apologizes for not crediting Ellie's cover of True Faith. Now, I reported back in a while that Sony and Naughty Dog, specifically Neil Druckmann, was accused of stealing their cover's cover, the original song's cover, and not crediting them. And the artist who sang that cover of the original came out on Twitter, Lotte Kestner, and called them out. And now they're saying this. The latest trailer for The Last of Us 2 was inspired by an artist who covered New Order's True Faith back in 2011. Neil Druckmann just confirmed on Twitter. He said Ellie's rendition of True Faith was inspired by Lotte Kestner's haunting cover of the song. Due to an oversight on our end, she wasn't credited as intended. Our deep apologies. We are rectifying this ASAP. We hope that Lotte Kestner receives the recognition she deserves. There you have it, boys. If you still don't know what happened, according to Polygon, not just Polygon, according to official Twitter of her, Lotte Kestner, real name Anna Lynn Williams, tweeted at Naughty Dog and Druckmann after the trailer debuted on June 3rd. Hey, are you aware that True Faith cover you put in your Last of Us 2 trailer is a replica of my cover that came out 10 years ago? She wrote in a now deleted tweet, I wrote original parts not in the original song that are copied exactly by whoever covered it. I am heartbroken. She wasn't talking about crediting about the song, but the way Ellie sang the song was the cover of the original that Lotte Kestner sang and made a cover of. And that's why she wanted credit, because it was her take on the original that Last of Us 2 trailer used. Lotte Kestner is now credited in the YouTube video for the trailer, which includes a link to cover on Bandcamp. The artist has tweeted out gratitude and support for Druckmann's apology and the subsequent credit. What a nice, wholesome story. Just awesome stuff left and right. She wasn't credited, she wasn't happy. Then she deleted the tweet. Neil Druckmann and Sony came forward, gave a shout out to her, and now she's happy. Everyone's happy, right? Not the second news, boys, because right after this, The Last of Us 2 director says, GameSpot, you might not like the game. Yes, that's officially from him. Neil Druckmann says he expects the soon-to-release sequel to be divisive. Now, we heard this word a lot from all the voice actors, specifically Troy Baker, from all the people who've working on the game that are marketing publicly out there, and specifically by Neil Druckmann himself. He's been using this word a lot. So let's see what they have to say. If you enjoyed the original Last of Us, you might not like the sequel, writer-director Neil Druckmann says. Speaking to Wired, Druckmann said Naughty Dog has created a divisive game with The Last of Us Part 2, and for the people who have seen the leaks, yeah, they did, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they made that knowing exactly what they're making. And he expects some people to come away with a sour taste in their mouth. Some of the fans of the original game are not going to like this game, and not like where it goes, and not like what it says, or the fate of the characters that they love. Druckmann said, I would rather have people passionately hate it than just be like, yeah, it was okay. Now, just from that specific line, it is a crazy mentality, mainly because I see what they're going for. They would rather people talk about it either all the way good or all the way bad. They don't want people to be in the middle. A lot of times, this is what major companies want. They want people to talk about their products regardless whether they hate them or like them, because either way it is a publicity, and from a marketing perspective, from a business perspective, that's a good mentality. But come to think of it, it's also dangerous. We're gonna continue. This commentary from Druckmann's is nothing new for The Last of Us Part 2. Before this, Joel actor Troy Baker said he expects the game to be divisive. He even said that people should play this game with open mind. He hopes the narrative challenges players' expectations of what the game is, what the world is, and who the characters are. Everything. I don't know whether people are going to like it or they're going to hate it, but they will definitely not be ambivalent about it, he added. Ambivalent is basically a mix of feelings, like something you're not sure about, you don't know what to feel about it, you're like, I don't know about that one, chief. Like, you don't hate it, but you're not liking it because you don't know what to feel. Now, we know The Last of Us Part 2 is releasing on June 19th. Exactly 7 days left, maybe 8 if you're watching this early. However, one thing I will say, by going through this mentality, and we've talked about this a couple of videos ago about Neil Druckmann on ending and the leaks. From a marketing perspective, from a business perspective, yes, absolutely. Controversy promotes your product. It brings attention, it brings sales, all of that good stuff. I would not be surprised if the leaks prompted and increased or gave a spike of some sort of attention in the sales. I would not be surprised because leaks definitely brought so many people together. Many people who are even not considering the game to begin with, they played the first game because of the leaks. They wanted to see what is the difference, why people are so mad and upset. It even prompted me to go back and experience The Last of Us 1 because I was like, you know what, maybe there's a huge gap in between, so maybe I'm missing something. That's why I went back and then came back again. I just watched leaks again, and my god, I'm kind of pissed, not gonna lie to you, on a specific scene. There are some good story elements in the game, but then there are that overshadows that. What I am scared about the most, I want this game to succeed. What I'm scared about the most is I'm really hoping that the story, the bad element of the story, doesn't overshadow the good part. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? The bad element of the story, I'm hoping that they don't overshadow the good gameplay, the impressive graphics, the animations, because some of it is generation defining. That will probably be a template for many PlayStation 5 games to come. So I'm really hoping that this game succeeds in a lot of ways. Like I said before, I could forgive those bad elements of the story that I've seen in the leaks if they give me a good ending, a satisfying ending. But you know what, it is what it is. That was my take on the situation. I would love to know your opinions and thoughts. I gave you the facts, then my opinion, and now I want to know yours down in those comments below. So subscribe right now. I will be here either playing the game or reacting to it because I'm getting a physical copy. I'm a sucker for physical copies. Please, game developers, don't stop making physical copies. Either be reacting or playing the game on the first day, either on live stream or just as general. Anyways, that will do it for this video. Make sure to like the video right now. Right, huh? And I'll see you boys on the flip side.